Dun dun ow. Dun 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 ow. Dun 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 ow. Dun dun dun. This is what I do until I see like maybe one person who's viewing live. Maybe nobody will ever view it live. Oh, hey, there's one person on. Woohoo! Hi, everyone. This is Arusha from Push a Cure fan documentary. I have been away from this platform for several days because I started traveling, but some of you may have seen that I've started broadcasting on another platform that has a little bit better video quality. And hello, oh hi Tommy, hi Tink. Um, so just a little tech thing is this restream, which restreams to the Cure Forever, is brought to you by Carl Tapia. So it's like riding in a hybrid car. And then this other platform that I have, I'm going on the same ride with you, but we're just in a pickup truck. We're in a different kind of truck. So, you know, the reason why I felt really compelled, hold on. The reason why I felt really compelled to talk right now, even though we're in Cure Land, is I got this message from a friend of mine who lives in the UK. Oh my God, more chaos here. Our prime minister has just resigned. What the fuck? 3 in 1 year, we are a shambles. Can you believe it? So Liz Truss just resigned. I don't know if any of you care or know what the hell I'm talking about, but I do think that personally, while we're documenting our Cure adventures in 2022, what's happening in the world is very relevant. You know, like in 2016, Donald Trump was becoming elected, and Robert Smith made it very vocal that he was like, "What the hell is going on?" And David Bowie died, and that's when Brexit was all up in arms. So it's all a part of following the Cure. Like every time you follow your favorite band around, it's not just the band, and it's not just, oh, I want to see Primary or whatever. I mean, we all want. I want to see Forever. By the way, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see Robert Smith like deliver. Today would be a great day since there's chaos, you know what I mean? Anyway, but I really do think it's important for us to remember where we are, not only within ourselves, how old we are, what's going on in our personal lives, what the weather's like outside, because it all matters, you know, because like if you look at an album like Pornography, right? A lot of people say, "Oh my God, Pornography was the best album ever." And then a lot of people complain because why doesn't everything sound like Pornography? Well, it could never sound like Pornography ever again. Why? Because it's not 3 guys who are 21 dropping tons of acid and like working really like they lived in the studio, I think. You know, they were like on top of this album. And it was a very, very dark time for multiple reasons. I mean, Lowell's mom was dying or died, or maybe that was Faith. I don't know. Just a lot of, you know, so that album has very much to do with 1982 as it does The Cure. Just like End Song, I think. Um, yeah, I'm not able to I'm not able to follow the chat so well, but I did want to reach out and just connect because I'm hoping that in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, and the people who are still alive in 20 years, 30 years can look back on this and say, like, so we're following the Cure, we're Cure fans, and we're all into it, but holy shit, the UK is in shambles. I'm getting all these text messages. I don't know what Trump is doing. He's not even the president in the United States anymore, but he's creating chaos. Meanwhile, of course, there's whatever's going on with Ukraine and Putin and, you know, martial law or something. So please, everybody, stay out there, stay safe. For one thing, whatever that means to you. That's my news of the day. But now let's get to the Cure. So in future talk, I'm supposed to be talking later to my friend Magic. Am I saying your name right? He's from Poland, and he should be broadcasting from the Krakow and Lots shows. I'm in Berlin because I needed to rest after seeing Hamburg, Leipzig, and Berlin. I knew that I wouldn't make it if I didn't rest, and I'm supposed to be working, and you know what? I can't get anything done. How can an artist make money? I don't know. This is all I wanna do. I have so much I wanna do with Cure Fan Doc and all this stuff. Um, Big party in London regardless, says Carl. Carl Palmer, that's funny. Oh, and by the way, I think probably a lot of you are like, "Where's Carl Tapia?" Carl's here. He's just super busy, prepping to leave my sorry ass in New York and go live with his future wife, who's lovely. Her name is Jane, in England, which is a dream come true for him. So anyway, so in a couple of hours, I should be live broadcasting from Krakow, and then hopefully in Lots with this dude, I hope. In past, talking about the past, the first 3 shows for me, what's been really interesting is the first show in Hamburg, I didn't have a lot of emotion. I wasn't, like, bummed or anything, but it was it was like, "Oh, I'm home." Like, "Oh, I'm back where I should be." And it was interesting because I had 2 people message me and say, "I'm so happy for you. You're back where you should be." And they didn't need to say that. They're not there's no incentive for them to say that. So, Robert Smith for prime minister. That's what somebody's saying in the comments. Hamburg was epic. Yeah, it was. I mean, all the shows have been really good, and I guess I did speak in Leipzig in my David Lynch hotel, and I'll give you a tour of this cute little Hamburg Airbnb. But I wanted to try to share some photos if I can get that right. My favorite out of the 3 German shows I went to was Leipzig, though. I think that was because I was up front. I think it was because the band, the 6 piece is gelling a little bit more, and they were gelling even more in Berlin, but both the Hamburg and the Berlin, venues were massive. And for me, I was overwhelmed and I was completely irritated. Um, and I went up and down, and this is the other thing, like, I could do a whole podcast on, like, how to tour and what to expect and why you shouldn't be afraid to tour, but things to make yourself more prepared to tour because you will go up and down. Like before the Berlin show, I was like, I'm not going. Fuck this. Like I'm tired. But then of course I saw the show and it was amazing. And so let's see if I can share some photos with you. Why was everyone so pissed in the crowd? Which crowd? Oh, are you so which show was it? It may have been Leipzig. I don't know. Gary Willis was there, but people were just real tight, real wound up like a clock, you know? Like I feel like if you see The Cure in Italy, people are just like, ah, la la, dee, 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 oh, and you can kind of move around and people don't get pissed off. But there's also like there's pit etiquette, which I think I talked about before. So there was this really tall guy, like a huge dude, who came busting into the first row or second row or whatever in the Twilight Sad Time, and he was saying, "Anna, Anna," and he had 2 beers in his hands. And so Gary was like, "Oh, he's looking for a friend," and I was like, "No, he's not. He's fucking bullshitting his way up into the front." So he did, and then he got an Anna, like, I think he just gave some girl a beer. Anyway, so this other woman that is German, I forget her name right now, but she was fierce, but she started railing on him in German. She was just like, "You don't that's not what you do." Like, look, once the show gets started and you're into Push or into Shake Dog Shake, move ahead. Like, I grew up in a punk pit, you know what I mean? You're at a show, you should dance, you should try to get up front, but you gotta have some pit etiquette. Is anybody with me? Anyone? Anyone? Um, when you have time, let me know the other platform you are using. I don't wanna miss your streams. So it's gonna show up, the other streams will show up on only CureFan and it'll only show up on CureFan YouTube and CureFan Facebook. That's just so it's the same on your side. It's just like gonna look the same. But my business side, I'm trying to get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and the way that YouTube works is even if you're like, "Hi, I like pickles," then people will, you get more subscribers and you get more things, and then you get more pings on the stupid Google. But anyway, okay. Had some trouble in Helsinki's with a woman. Short girl syndrome. Yeah, that's the thing is it's just etiquette. Like, once the show is going, I'm sorry, like, if you're up front, you gotta be ready. And usually the way that a pit works, like, let's say this is the band, here's the gate. The absolute safest place is the first 2 rows, because by then you're, like, secure. But then the 3rd, 4th, 5th row, that's where people start to get, aggressive. And it's certainly fine at, like, a Damned show or Crass or The Descendants, right? Because it's like a punk show. At a Cure show, I just think you need to be mindful, and especially when people were so hot and tired. It was like Leipzig was really, really hot. Oh, and then I tried to, so where's my friend who asked Molly? I don't know if you go by Mars Kelly. So Mars, I asked these really young people, because you know how I love to like meet new Cure fans and get like the Cure Next Generation thing. And I saw these 3 beautiful people. 2 looked like women. 1 was very androgynous. I'm probably saying the wrong word because I'm a Gen Xer, but they were just really cool looking and beautiful. And I could tell that it was their first Cure show. So I asked them, I was like, "Oh, is this your first Cure show?" And they were like, "Yeah." They were just not into me asking them anything because I had wanted to get a picture of them, and kind of get a little bit of a story, but they were not having it. Anyway, okay, so let me try to share some photos from the last 3 days. Sorry if there's something awkward in here. Get ready, because I have a really exciting life. Okay, stand by. Stand by. Oh, here's the shoulder. Let's see. Here's the shoulder of one of the young people that I just thought I wanted to get a photo of her, but that was a no-go. Is that Robert sneaking up at the back? No, it's not. That was Jason drumming during the show. What's this? All right, so those people were my favorite because they were so happy. I'm trying to expand this page for you because I don't totally understand. Look at so in Leipzig, the crowd around me were all they had a big giant rod up their ass, really, really tight. Which, if that's your thing, if that's your kink. So that's where I wanted to be. But so this is really cute. So this is another fun thing that happens on tour. So Here we are at the train station. You know, I'm forgetting this guy's name, but this is Alan, and I forgot this lovely man's name. Here's Vicky. So you kind of like, if even if you're all alone, like I know if Suletta is out there, she went to Berlin on her own, but surely she'll find some. God, it almost looks like Suletta. Find some people at the train station. Here's me with a weird Vicky and Auntie. Had a couple of cocktails. These guys, these four are four really young Cure fans who went to see The Cure for the first time. And you guys, it was amazing. We talked about music. Every band they liked is an old band. And I think I learned something. I think that now, because people listen to music on Spotify or on the you know what I'm trying to say, they don't really know how old or new a band is yet, because I swear to God, one of them was like, "Oh, is Creedence Clearwater?" And I was like, "No, they're an old band." Creedence Clearwater Revival is an old band. Anyway, new friends, all young, all went to The Cure for the first time and absolutely loved it. So here's my buddy who is gonna broadcast tonight. Here I am looking like I have Bell's palsy. I don't want to jinx myself. And then I met these nice people, another train. Look at that goofy face. But these two, I forgot your name. But again, like it's all this in between stuff. Look at Auntie. Look at him. I hope you can see this because I can't see the screen right now. Oh, and then David and Irma, we saw them at the train station too. Now this is from Leipzig to Berlin. And I met them in 2020 by a dumpster in Milan. And why was I by a dumpster? It was outside the venue, and I wanted to. Oh, this is toothpaste that almost killed me. I swear to God, you guys, it may have been diarrhea medicine, and I put it in my mouth. I don't know, but it was fucking disgusting, and it almost killed me. My friend Nancy, you can't really see her there, but I highly recommend this for anybody who has friends who, for personal reasons, wait, I'm going to check. Am I still on? Are you still? Dumpster Friends. Yeah, totally Dumpster Friends. We were waiting in 2000. The band used to invite, well, in 1996, the band used to invite people to sound check. So all these Cure fans are like, "Oh, are we going to go to sound check?" So like, just imagine we're like waiting by a dumpster, looking at the gate, where the buses come in, like, will they come in? And so it was like me, and then this Swiss guy, Thierry, who's now my friend Marianne showed up. Then this whole group of Hungarians came in, and they were like backpacking and cooking soup. I have video of it. It's amazing. And then David and Irma come in, who are, again, the Spanish, these guys. And David's like, this is 20 years ago, 25 years ago or whatever. He's like, "Hi, I'm a stupid Cure fan. Why do I do it? I don't know." But it was very funny. So anyway, so Nancy is at home in the States. We've only met through The Cure. We've only really met in person a couple of times. But she's like a Cure friend, and she can't go to the tour. And she's having a bit of a hard time. And Nancy, I hope you're okay with me saying that. But so I got this from the Nick Cave people. I brought along Pocket Nancy, or she wants me to call her Flat Nancy. Like bring your friends to the Cure show. The ones who maybe they have personal reasons they can't go, or they're ill. This was my view on the Berlin show, which was fine. More Cure people. Oh, does anybody know Phil? Please, does anybody remember Phil? How do I go to the next photo? Yes. Here's a horrible picture of Phil and I. Phil, if you're watching, this is for you. He said, "Oh, I've been watching your YouTube videos, me and the 10 other people." But Phil went to like 30, I don't know, he went to a million US shows in 2016. I didn't know who he was, but I just called him Red Bandana Guy because he always wears a red bandana. So if anyone knows Phil, he was at the Berlin show. And then afterwards, Colm and Alan, I mean, you guys are like, who the fuck are these people? Why do I care, right? It's just the community. I don't know this person, but she was like, "Where's Carl?" But look at that jacket. Isn't that cool? All right, enough of this nonsense. What else? What should I talk about? I do want to show you my apartment for anybody. Oh, you remember him from the Wembley shows. That's awesome. Isn't that fun though? Oh, look, I just did something totally different. Okay. All right. I am going to take you on I'm gonna take you on a ride. I'm trying to think of that. I'm taking a ride with my best friend. Dun, 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 dun. So one of the ways that I, save money, you know, I'm not staying in a fancy hotel. I'm staying in an Airbnb. And when I first got in, when it was raining, I was really fucking sad. And I was like, this place is smelly and it smells like mold. But now I think it's beautiful and I love it. Like I'm cooking. I have laundry. You can't see it. It's in like a very it's in Kreuzberg, which doesn't really mean much if you're German. It's a lot. There's a lot of people, but that's what I do. Like maybe one day I'll stay in a fancy hotel, not a fancy hotel. And if you can travel with friends, it's a lot cheaper and you can always do the hostel thing. But then if you break it up and you schedule breaks, in your stays, then you can save money. And then I'm not drinking any booze because I don't care. Here's the outside. There's where the other prisoners stay. No, just kidding. This place is really cool. I also plan, my friend Megan and I, I mean, her name's Blagan. We plan, and so for another good example is I found tickets from the Leven show to Paris on a train for €2. So I looked into a euro, like the what's the, I can't even talk, the thing that takes you to everywhere in Europe. And I realized that if you can take the time to really plan where you're going and you buy your tickets ahead of time, the cheaper it is. So I'm going from Leven to Paris for €2. The same tickets now are about €35. Anyway. Yeah, my friend, as I said, my friend Lori and I like to plan a lot. I'm going to take you on a trip around the world and back. Gonna show you the world in my eyes. Except I'm not, Depeche Mode, because your tickets are too expensive. I love Depeche, and I'm so sad that Andy Fletcher died, but it's too expensive. Anyway, so I bought this merch. There's also these patches, which are kind of, to be honest, they're kind of not all that because it's so hard to read. But a patch is always nice. Oh, one last thing before I go. Take note of this if you're at the show or if you can see the whole show. One thing I think is really cool about the presentation, the lights and stuff, is so that when like about 15 to 20 minutes before the show starts, there's a rain sound. And then what they do is they start to slowly bring up stars in the background. And then they have this strobe light that's like that is like fake lightning. And then they have the thunder sounds. So what they're doing is purposefully trying to like lull you into to being present and being here. It's sort of like when you go to the movie theater, it's no accident that the lights go down. In the old days, the curtains would open. Sometimes, the Paramount picture goes like this because it draws you in. It wants to, the artist wants to draw you in to the scene. And as they're opening with the new song, I forgot, it's really beautiful. So if you can allow yourself to like stay calm and be present in those opening moments and not take out your phone, take out your phone for the next concert or something, but like really take it in. Then when you get to the end of the first, I'll call it the first act, it's really this first set before they go on to the encore. It's even more powerful when the stars come back and Robert's singing the end song, which is so fucking sad. And there's a big blood red moon. So it's sort of like we've spent an evening together and we've cycled through whatever that evening is with The Cure, with that city, with whatever friends you're with or not with whatever mood you're in and not in. And then the encores happen. But I was like, wow, it took me, I think, to the third show to really see that. And that's really beautiful. Oh, hi from Poland. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. This is all too long. But hopefully I'll be back on the other platform. Maybe this platform, but I think the other platform is gonna have better sound because I don't know if you guys remember, but the other sound when I had guests was very choppy. So I'm hoping that this one isn't. All right, so ta-ta for now. Stay tuned on Cure Fan Doc, YouTube, or Facebook for an update in Krakow, Poland. And in the words of Nick Cave, be kind while you still have time.